Today we are going to discuss about the comparison between direct and indirect taxes. Okay, we have already studied what is a direct tax, what is indirect tax, etc. Direct tax is the tax which is paid by a person on whom it is legally imposed by the government. For example, personal income tax, wealth tax, etc. Okay, it means that the direct taxes cannot be shifted from one person to another person. Okay, the impact, that is the immediate money burden, and the incidence, that is the ultimate money burden, will be upon one and same person in the case of direct taxes. We know it very well. And indirect taxes are imposed upon one person but paid partly or completely by another person. Indirect taxes are commodity taxes, nowadays otherwise known as GST, goods and services tax. Okay, yeah. Indirect taxes can be easily shifted from one person to another person because the indirect taxes includes the price of the commodities. We know it. And come to our point, comparison between direct and indirect taxes. Okay, yeah. It is observed direct and indirect taxes may be compared from three different angles. First one, allocation of resources, that is allocative aspect. Second one, administrative point of view, that is administrative cost and efficiency. And third one is distributional effects. Okay, very simple. First of all, what is allocative aspect? Okay, traditionally economists have maintained that the allocative effects of indirect taxes are inferior, bad to those of direct taxes. For example, if a certain amount of money is collected from the community by way of indirect taxes, the tax burden will be greater than if the very same amount were to be collected by way of direct tax, that is personal income tax. This is the point to be explained. Okay, the so-called concept can be easily explained with the help of a diagram. See the diagram. In this diagram, x-axis represents the quantity of the commodity, say sugar. Y-axis shows money income of the consumer, right? OA is the income of the consumer and AB is the price line. Before the imposition of tax, see, the consumer, the equilibrium position is indicated by point C, at which the price line AB is tangent to an indifference curve IC5. Yeah, IC5 represents comparatively a higher indifference curve, which means at point C, the consumer can purchase a n quantity of sugar. See, a n quantity of sugar by spending NC amount of money. Okay, and he is deriving maximum satisfaction. Okay, this is the case of before the imposition of the tax, direct or indirect. Suppose the government levies indirect taxes upon the commodity, say sugar. Okay, and making it costlier by the full amount of the tax. We know if the government levies indirect taxes upon a commodity, the price of that commodity will be increased by the full amount of tax. This is a fact. Here also, if the government levies excise duty or GST upon the commodity, say sugar, see, making it costlier. And after the imposition of excise duty or GST upon the commodity, say sugar, the price of sugar will be increased, no doubt, by the full amount of the tax. And if it is so, the price line, the original price line original price line AB will be shifted backward to AB1. Now the consumer can purchase only OB1 quantity of the commodity, say sugar. In this new price line, the consumer has to go the new equilibrium point indicated by point D, at which, see, newly created price line AB1 is tangent to a indifference curve IC1. This is IC1, right? IC1. Lower indifference curve shows lower level of satisfaction. At point D, the consumer can purchase only AM quantity of the commodity. AM quantity of the commodity is, say, sugar, by spending MD amount of money. Okay? MD amount of money. Out of the MD amount which is spent by the consumer, ED, this much amount will be goes to the government in the form of indirect taxes or GST, right? Yeah. And here the consumer can purchase only AM quantity of the commodity by spending the very same amount of money. MD is equal to MC, right? But he is obtaining only AM quantity of the commodity, say, sugar. Thus, an equivalent, see, an amount of excise duty or GST has been responsible for lowering the welfare of the consumer, or responsible to reduce the quantity that the consumer purchases and thereby to decrease his welfare. Okay? And further, suppose if the very same amount of money, say ED, the difference between the old and the new price line represents the amount of tax, right? And if the government takes the ED amount in the form of direct taxes or personal income tax, what will happen? Yeah, see, the OA income will be reduced to OA1. This much, this represents, see, the amount ED is taken by the government in the form of direct taxes, and therefore the OA income will be reduced to OA1. And the new price line A1 B2 will be parallel to the, should be parallel to the original price line AB. Okay? And at point F, this is the point F, the consumer has to go another equilibrium indicated by point F, at which the newly shifted or newly formed price line is tangent to an indifference curve, say IC3, which is comparatively higher than IC1. Implies here the consumer can purchase AM1, this much quantity, AM1 quantity of the commodity, say sugar. Okay? And he would be deriving greater satisfaction than before. In short, from the point of view of allocative aspect, see, the indirect taxes has been responsible for reducing the quantity of the commodity purchased by the consumer and thereby reducing his welfare. Okay? And see, the next point is administrative cost and efficiency. Administrative aspect. We all know that. See, we are comparing direct and indirect taxes, right? Yeah. From the point of view of administration or administrative cost and efficiency, we know direct tax, see, low income groups are absolutely exempted from direct tax obligations. Okay? Today, in India, for example, those who possess annual income worth 2.5 lakhs, okay, or more, should be paid direct taxes to the government. Income below 2.5 lakhs are exempted from direct tax obligations, and it is imposed on the basis of progressive scale. By progressive scale we mean those who possess higher income or higher property should pay higher amount of tax to the government. Okay? And we know a schedule of progressive tax rates is one in which as and when tax base or income increases, see, the rate of taxation will also increase. And the amount of tax payable can be calculated by multiplying the tax base with the tax rate. Nothing more to explain. Okay? From the administrative point of view, see, indirect taxes are considered superior. Okay? Indirect taxes are easy to collect. Okay? It is difficult to evade. It falls on all income groups. Right? And lastly, distributional aspect. What is distribution? Yeah, we know direct taxes are considered as a best weapon to reduce the existing income inequalities inside the economic system. We know there are two different groups, okay, richer sections and the poorer sections. We know the government, I already told you that those who possess annual income worth 2.5 lakhs or more should pay direct taxes to the government. Below income, annual income worth 2.5 lakhs are exempted from direct tax obligations. And if the government levies, impose taxes, direct taxes on progressive scale, as and when income or property rises, see, the rate of taxation will also rise. Okay, therefore those who possess higher income should pay more amount to the government in the form of direct taxes, and the income so mobilized by the government should be utilized or spent for the well-being of the poorer sections. If it is so, see, the existing inequalities in the distribution of income and wealth may be reduced by that much. And from the point of view of distribution, direct taxes are considered superior than indirect taxes. Okay, very simple video. See, this video will be useful to those who are studying degree economics. If you like this video, give me big thumbs up and subscribe my channel. Enable the bell icon too, so that you will get my latest videos as notifications. Have a nice day. Thank you.